Well, I saw you had an interview with Eric Bledsoe the other day, and he's a guy that you kind of looked up through in your childhood as well. Just talk me through that interview and what he's meant to you and how you've gotten to know him over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that was great. It was great. It was pretty awesome to meet him. Pretty much an honor. Like I said, I grew up watching Kentucky basketball. He was on the first team that I really started watching in 2010. So it was amazing to be able to meet him and chop it up with him, and then the stuff that he gave me to improve on, or his challenges for me, like being like a big leader and things like that. It was great to see that.
Any other words of advice that really stuck out from him?
Have fun. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. I think that's big because we're coming into this. Only got 1 year left. I want to make the most of it. So just remembering to have fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's it been like watching him and some of the other guys play in a row?
Oh, it's been cool. It's been cool. They've been going at it. They got 2 wins. They played today, tonight. We're gonna go to the game, so hopefully they can get a 3rd win and get into the Sweet 16, I think, in the TBC. So they've been playing well. So hopefully they can keep it up.
Lamont, throughout your career, you've had the ball in your hands a lot in late game situations, hit some clutch shots. What kind of goes through your brain when you got the ball in your hands and you gotta make a clutch shot?
Only thing that's going through my mind at that time is just win the game. I'm not really worried about everything else. My main focus is to win the game. A lot of times that may be me taking a shot, it might be me making a play for someone else to hit a big shot. So it's just about winning the game. Offense side, defensive side. If I'm on defense, I'm trying to win the game at the end of in the possession, end of the game. So that's my mindset.
And then you're all the backcourt for the most part. It's a veteran group, really, as this whole team is. A few practices down, what would you say you've seen from this backcourt? Or are you getting excited for this group for the season?
Yeah, we got a great group. Backcourt is amazing. We can shoot the lights out the ball. So I think it's going to be really tough to beat us. Just seeing it right now, I think it's forming well. Like you said, we have a veteran group, so we're learning quick and gelling quick. So just trying to continue to get that team chemistry down. It's going at a fast pace right now. We're learning all the new stuff that Coach Pope is trying to instill in us. But we've been playing very well, and I'm excited for it.
Kind of on that note, where has your role been through practice so far, and kind of how do you see yourself playing alongside a guy like Kerr in the backcourt?
Oh yeah, so my role is just to go out there and be a leader. Go out there. I have a lot of experience. I went to the national championship game. I got a lot of experience in the tournament. So just to go out there and show them how to win. I feel like that's my main thing. I go out there every day in practice and just try to be aggressive, try to spice stuff up on defense. Just help guys out so they can see what it is. And then also playing with Kerr is great. Kerr can shoot the lights out the ball. So my job is to make him better every day. His job is to make me better, and that's going to go far as we go deep into this season and winning games.
I know there was some practices between you and the TBT team. There's been a lot of talk about the results of those games. Can you confirm, who won some of those games and kind of how it looked for you?
Yeah, and the scrimmage that we played against, we won. We won that game. It was a good game. I think we ended up winning by maybe 17. About, so it was fun though to go out there, see guys play with alumni, and so that was a good experience for us.
You playing against Bledsoe too? Did you get to go up against him one-on-one, or?
No, I didn't play that game. Okay. I didn't play that game. I was out with a little knick-knack. So, but it was great to see them go at it. Bledsoe is a great guy. He has the hand on the string, can get to the basket at will. So it was fun to see his pace and how he controlled the game.
And what is the little injury you have?
Just a little toe injury.
Gotcha.
I'm good.
Okay.
What was it like, you weren't playing, but being able to be in Rupp as a team?
It was great. It was great when we first got there. I think last week we scrimmaged just inter-squad scrimmage just together. It was great to see the whole thing. It was my first time being in it, so it was amazing to see it.
You mentioned Eric Bledsoe. Was there any kind of advice from those guys to the team or you specifically?
Yeah, his advice to me was really just to have fun with the whole thing this year. I'm only here 1 year trying to win the national championship. He said just to take the pressure off, like just have fun with it, and it's going to do dividends for you.
Is he someone you modeled your game after when you were growing up as well, Bledsoe?
A little bit. I know he's a very explosive guard. He played with Chris Paul. That's one of my idols right there. So it was great to hear the advice that he told me from Chris Paul about his leadership, about his game. So I'll say that for sure.
Saw some of the guys when he got ice cream there at the TBT game. Did you get a chance to get some rep?
I went. I didn't go the same day as them, but I did the next TBT game. It was good. It was great as advertised, for sure.
Well, any standouts in practice so far? Maybe a guy that you didn't expect to be as good as maybe they've been so far?
Man, that's tough. Everyone's looked good. I mean, it's a new team, so everybody's new here. So seeing everybody for the first time, pretty much, is amazing to see how the coaches put this team together. We're going to be really good. Everyone's been playing well. Of course, the guys have their struggles days in, days out, but collectively, I feel like we've been playing really well, and it's going to be exciting.
The talk has been that you guys have gotten along really well, especially for considering you guys didn't really know each other before. Why do you think that is?
I would say just the time that we spend together. We've made a conscious effort to be together a lot. And I think with that, we started to learn each other more, and on the court, just our team chemistry is just improving quicker because we know each other, and every day is a grind. We're going through it together as brothers in this historic place, and we all feel the burden of taking care of each other. So I think we also have a veteran team, so everyone kind of understands that we have to do this together as a team, and it's been helping us throughout practice and help us throughout this season.
How much do you think the experience factor helps? I mean, except for 2 or 3 guys, you guys are all veterans, you've been through it before. How much does that help coming through into a new situation?
It helps a lot. I mean, most of us have been through this. A lot of us are 5th-year guys, 4th-year guys, so we've been through this college basketball, and we know what it takes to go out there and win. Especially me going to the tournament, all 4 years at San Diego State, I kind of know how it is there, and what you need to do to win games in that space and that spotlight. So it's just us playing together and teaching the young guys as well. We want them to succeed. So bringing it all together, I think we're going to be great.
We've heard a lot of talk about the offense, and you guys want to shoot a lot of threes, but especially you being a good defender, where do you think y'all will make your bread and butter on that end?
So where I would make my bread and butter?
You and the team overall in defense.
Oh, defensively, yeah, I think right now we're just trying to make guys uncomfortable. I think that's the best thing that we can do. Myself, I take pride on defense. I try to get up into guys, kind of disrupt a lot. Ortega, he's great on defense as well. He's real strong, physical. He disrupts as well. So just trying to get everybody up to that part. We want to take that standard because offensively, I think we're going to be hard to guard. So if we can guard guys and hold them to low numbers while we're scoring the way we are, it's going to be hard to beat us. Also, Jackson, Amari, those guys are great defensively as well. So just trying to get a collective team effort, I think that's going to be great for us.
Thank you.
I remember playing with you in the game.
No, I didn't get the chance to really tell him, but something I was thinking, him, Willie Cauley-Stein, right? They're all people that you play with on video games, and so it's cool to be able to see them in person and experience what it is like playing against them.
You mentioned a few minutes ago just like how you have this vision, for your life where you're like, well, I'm probably going to be going to BYU, and then here you are and everything's changed. How tough was that decision to flip from BYU to come here?
I mean, staying home is something that's is cool to have your family around you, but when it comes down to it, my dreams are to play with these guys, to play with the best players possible, and I felt like Kentucky gave me that opportunity, and to play for Coach Pope is something that I've looked forward to for those years that I was committed to BYU. I wanted to learn from him. I love the way he thinks about the basketball game, and so I want to be able to eat up everything that he can teach me, and that's what made the decision to come to Kentucky my decision, what I felt like I needed to do.
Was he able, were you able to, were you and him able to talk much while you were on these missions, or was it kind of completely very little communication during that time?
Yeah, we would talk maybe once every week, every other week over email. We'd chat a little bit, but not as much communication as obviously you'd like, but he was great at keeping our relationship there as I was gone.
How different is your workload with little different circumstances as you're revamping up? Do you have to do a little extra stuff to get caught up?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's working hard, and we're we're all there. But like conditioning wise, I think everybody is working together on that. I wouldn't say there's a huge difference in workload, but especially recovery might be the biggest thing, at least for me in the ramp up, is making sure my body is good, making sure I'm taking care of it, ready to go, spending time and making sure my body feels good for the next day.
How helpful has Jackson Robinson been, being the one guy that's already been in the Pope system? Is he kind of stepping up, has helped translate the coach speaks to you all?
Yes, yeah, he'll get us in the huddle, and he's been playing this style of basketball for 2 years, and so these things are things that have been implemented, things that are in his nature, and so learning from him has been great. He's been great in giving all of us tips and helping us out when needed.
The first couple weeks of your ramp up of turning back into being the basketball player, how difficult was that, and has it gotten easier, or was it maybe harder than you thought, easier, anything like that?
It's, I think, something that I don't know if I knew what to expect with coming back, what it was going to be like. It's hard work getting back, and it's a grind trying to get my body back right, and especially for those first few weeks, not being able to, like, working hard on getting my body back, but not being able to play like live basketball much. Right? That was, I think, the toughest part, but it's been cool to see just like the gradual effect of getting better. Like I said, every day, like it's not very many times where you feel like you're getting noticeably better every day, but that's something that I felt coming back is just feeling like I'm getting better every day.
You talked about the scrimmage. How good was it just to get in Rupp Arena? What was that experience like for the team and yourself?
So cool, because we had been in it once or twice and seen Rupp Arena. I actually hadn't seen it with a court on there, but it's just a cool. I mean, there weren't many fans there, but still you can feel the special nature of Rupp Arena, and so we're excited to play in there more.
And was there any advice given from the alumni on the team you guys scrimmaged?
They were competing with us. I don't know if there was much advice during the game, but so they were competing, but they were really supportive and excited for us for the season coming up.
Do you feel back to pre-mission trip self, or is that just a completely different person at this point?
We're still getting there, but also I feel like with what Coach Pope is teaching us, it is different from maybe what I'm used to growing up, and so I'm feeling like I'm learning and becoming a better player in different ways than I was. So that's how I feel right now.
How helpful has Pope been as someone who's probably had to help other players go through this before in that area for you?
It's good. He's good at helping me to be patient, telling me, okay, I know how excited you are and how antsy you are to get back on the court, but be patient. It will come. Is what his advice is to me, and that's been great for me to have my coach tell me to be patient and give me some perspective on what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to get back.
Go ahead. Sorry. Just what has your role been in practice so far, and kind of how do you see yourself fitting in going into your freshman year?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just there competing. Everyone's competing with each other, trying to make everybody better. Right, that's really the goal, and at least what I feel is the goal is to help myself get better every day, but as a team every day to bring the same energy that we need to practice with every day.
I don't think you were home yet when Coach Pope made the decision to come here. Can you just walk us through finding all that out and making the decision to follow him?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it came. The news came fast, and like I said, there's my life that I envisioned was different than what it's ending up to be, and I'm so excited about that. I was more than excited that Coach Pope got the job, and he wanted me to follow him, because this is, like I said, something kids can only dream of, and so that's what I felt the whole time.
Didn't he meet you when you came back? Coach Pope?
Yeah, so,
Were
yeah,
you
right.
expecting that, and what was your reaction to that?
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't talk about it, but it was great to see him, my family, my loved ones there. It meant a lot to have him and Coach Feger there to welcome me back home and to really just show what loving people they are. Coach Pope and Feger and the rest of the coaching staff are all just loving people. They love us players, and I think that's what helps us to learn and come together as a team the most is we feel the love meet the expectation that they have for us. The expectations are extremely high here in Kentucky, but the love that they have helps us to meet those expectations.
How important was Coach Feger in your decision to follow him to Kentucky?
Yeah, I mean, big. He's been someone that I've talked to for just as long as Coach Pope. They've been recruiting me at BYU, and so I've formed great relationships with them, and I'm more than excited that I get to still play for both of them here at Kentucky. It's exciting.
20,000 fans, and I know it's going to be crazy in there, so I'm ready for it.
Did you see Coach Pope's press conference?
I saw videos of it actually, and that was crazy. Like, you don't see that nowhere else in the country. No other fans doing that. So,
in your recruitment with Kentucky, what was kind of the overwhelming pitch or the final pitch that helped you land with Kentucky?
Just Coach Pope. I feel like just him playing like my position, him as a biz coach, his offense, and it's just Kentucky. Like, who would want to let down coming here for a chance,
Was that a school that you kind of knew, or obviously they're blue blood, but followed growing up or anything?
Oh yeah. I followed them a lot. Just growing up, it's a dream come true. Just come here. Like, I never just knew I'd be here for real. So yeah.
Do you have a favorite former player?
Yeah, I like John Wall a lot. Yeah.
That's a popular answer from us. So we've heard a lot about the offense and y'all wanting to shoot a lot of threes and everything like that. But take me through the defense. How do you see yourself and the team? What will your identity be on that end of the floor?
Just me being a defensive presence like I am first. I'll say I'm a defensive person first. So just helping my team out on the defensive end as best way I can.
And then the team overall, how do you kind of think your all's defense will play out?
I feel like it'll play out well. I feel like we're all lengthy and like a whole bunch of dudes who work hard on defense and take pride in it. So I feel like it's all going to work out.
I think did you make your commitment on your Arkansas visit?
So after my visit, like right after I was leaving, that's when I made it. So
okay.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say like right after. It's like when I touched back home, I made it. So yeah.
So how did your year at Oklahoma State go, and just things you think you improved upon, things that you still need to improve upon, and then kind of your decision to go into the portal from there?
So my first year at Oklahoma State, me and Coach Boynton had a huge bond, but I feel like I had a good first year there, like first good steps in the right direction there, and then just making this decision, I feel like it's going to help a lot.
You were the Parks the other day for the Dirt Bowl. What was that experience like?
It's always been a good experience. We've been going, it's like my third time going, just watch Leander play. So I just feel like just going out there, it's a different vibe, but it's always good vibes out there. People showing love, and they said like the former Kentucky players never just came out there. So just going out there showing love, not acting too like big for anybody, just
What was the biggest thing you feel like you took from that first year there at Oklahoma State that you can use here going forward?
I just feel like I took like good steps in the right direction. So really just building off those steps for real.
It seems like I've seen you on like a lot of lists mentioned as like having as much potential as anybody kind of in college basketball going forward. Where do you feel like you need to grow the most?
I'll say just my overall game, just getting better 1% every day, I'll say.
How has the transition been so far, and getting to mesh with all the new guys? How's the transition gone for you so far?
The transition actually been going smoother than what I thought it was going to be. Just connecting with all the guys, and then the fans just showing love, and like all the coaching stuff. And I'm loving it for real.
Why did you think it might not be as smooth as it has gone?
Just having thoughts that everybody have, just making a big transition because I stayed in my hometown for my first year, so just making that transition from Oklahoma to Kentucky, 14 hours away. So yeah, that was on my mind, but everything been playing out smooth so far. So.
You talked about Pope and him being a big man too, and that being part of your reason. How has he helped you so far through practice and just your post game?
Actually, he's down there guarding me and Amari, showing us like different little things to get us past our defender, and I feel like that's helping him a lot.
Has he gotten the better of you a couple times down there?
Nah, not yet. Not yet.
Well, Ray, I know you've been asked this, I'm sure, at some point, but you committed here to UK without ever having come to Lexington. How did that all come? Because that's not very common. How did that all come about?
I was ready to make my decision. I feel like I would trust Coach Pope, so I didn't feel like I needed to come out here and do it because. Yeah, so I just.
You didn't feel like that was taking any kind of risk at all, like not to even step foot in these the campus?
Yeah, of course, just because like that's different, like for somebody to do, but I just went with my gut.
Was it kind of like, I don't know, did you ever have to go through recruitment during like the COVID stuff and hear about so many guys doing stuff via Zoom? Was it kind of like that? Okay.
Well, it was kind of like that. We had a Zoom call and a whole bunch of talks before, so I already knew like the vibes out here, and I just didn't physically feel the vibes or just see it in person,
What was it that they pitched you on? When they wanted you to come here, what was it they pitched you on? Say, Brandon, we want you to come here and be part of the Kentucky basketball program. What was the big pitch for you?
Just them coming to try to hang number 9 and just what I can bring to the team for us. So yeah.
I don't know. I think I heard I was coming up as you were finishing, but was it true that you were on an Arkansas visit when this came out, or how did that all timeline work out?
So I was on my Arkansas visit, and then right after that visit, when I touched back home, that's when I made my commitment.
Okay, so you weren't So I didn't know if you were still in Arkansas on the visit and Cal number showing you around, and you're like, okay, I'm committed.
Nah. Actually, I was that. Yeah, I was still being respectful about the process, so I waited till I got home.
But you knew at that time that you were already going to, even while you were at Arkansas, you already pretty much knew how close were you to?
I'll say I was pretty close. I knew where my gut was, so.
Any standouts, teammates that are playing better than maybe you thought they would so far through practice?
I'll say really all my teammates been playing their butts off and stuff like that. Not just really one guy just sticking out to me. I feel like we all just been putting in work and everybody getting better every day.
What do you remember about playing Jackson? Because obviously you guys were in the Big 12 together last year. What do you remember about him just from those games?
Yeah. He's very good basketball player. I say, he can shoot. So just playing against him twice, I feel like he gave us his best game, and I just feel like the kid has a chance for it.
Did playing BYU? Did they? I know it's easy to say now, but was there anything that you did while you were watching? You're like, they'd be maybe a fun coach to play for, and now you're
here. Just watching them and stuff, I was stuck on my team and worried about my team, so I wasn't just I never just pictured myself playing for that offense, so I couldn't really answer that question.
Okay.
What about Amari Williams? If for fans that haven't really seen his game, describe him for us. What does he kind of bring to the table?
For sure, defensive presence. He's going to get you down there in the block. He can finish left or right, even though he's left hand. He's an amazing passer. Just seeing it in person, guarding it, I ain't never just played against a passer like that. So yeah, for sure, that's what you're going to be getting.
So after committing here and not having, what was it like when you first got here? You actually stepped, what was it like kind of getting here and getting to know a little bit about the city? And
it was nicer and bigger than what I thought it was going to be, actually. So it was.
You thought it was going to be a small town, southern place or something?
Yeah. Just coming here, I thought it was going to be
horses?
Yeah, small, Oklahoma State was small.
I've been to Stillwater, but yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I thought the vibes were going to be. Yeah. So I feel like it's better than all that, so I'm loving it.
Have you gotten to go out and explore it all, or?
A little bit, just going downtown, walking around, just, trying to get the vibes, driving around, trying to find my stuff, and yeah.
Have you already felt, did you hear that from so many guys who come here to Kentucky, just feeling how much the fans love this program, how much passion there is?
Oh, yeah, I almost definitely felt it from the first week I was here, just going to stores, restaurants, just even walking to the lodge, fans stopping me and stuff, asking for pictures, so yeah.
Do you like? Some people don't like. Do you like that? Some people are like, I kind of like leave me alone,
I actually do kind of like it, but it can always get overwhelming. But it's I'm never gonna act too big for the fans. But at the end of the day, they come out and support us, so we need them.